I said what in the butt. I said what in the butt. You want to do it in my butt? In my butt?
Daddy's coming.
Prepare your anus. Speaking of anuses.
Whoa. I think you mean Amos, because that sounds like a fellow prospector's name. Amos.
Intros are hard when
What? Are you telling me we didn't strike gold with that last one? Because that's what we saw today was gold. Gold, baby, with Matthew McConaughey.
We saw gold with Matthew McConaughey. Which
He
is
was
about
there with us.
A prospector. Yes, they still existed at least. Well, they probably still exist
At
today.
least in the 1980s.
They definitely existed in the 1980s.
They definitely still exist today.
And it's essentially like The Big Short, but with mining.
The Big Short, Wolf of Wall Street.
Any movie where money's related.
Stocks.
What can we say about this movie?
It's a lot. It's not a lot, actually. I've got mixed feelings, man.
This movie isn't bad by any stretch of the word. What it is lackluster. It hits its points, but doesn't do anything exciting or extraordinary. It's kind of like we said, like The Big Short, where it's about the rise to power and then the fall from power. But the difference between this and The Big Short is The Big Short had momentum in a way where it felt like it was moving the entire time. Whenever there were slow moments in The Big Short, you would at least end up with like a belly laugh. Like it was actually pretty funny. This, they were just like, huh. Like little chuckles.
Yeah.
It just never seemed to pick up speed. In my opinion, they focused too much on the economics of gold. But again, Big Short focuses on economics, but in like the whole story of The Big Short is the economics. In my opinion, they should have focused more on Kenny Wells and his love for his family and prospecting and finding gold, because he even says multiple times it wasn't about the money for him, it was about the gold and the mining.
Yeah, there was many hints to where it was like, I love my family and gold.
Yeah.
But then they go back to the economic standpoint.
Yeah, like they focused too much on the money when the character said he didn't care about the money multiple times. And that's where I feel like it really faltered. It didn't really know what kind of story it wanted to tell. It was trying to be like The Wolf of Wall Street and The Big Short, when it really should have just focused on Kenny. Like there's this part where he's getting an award for prospecting, and that was like the best part of the movie, I felt, is when he's accepting this award for prospecting, and you can actually see how much he cares about what he does. But they cheapened it by talking about the money all the time, and the entire thing was about the entire story was about the money. Don't you say hi, Calvin, you son of a bitch. Sorry, a regular at the movie theater just drove by on his bike, and he always likes to say hi to me, even though I don't want to say hi to him.
Luckily, he didn't see us, though.
He was looking straight at us,
He looked right into our eyes.
into our souls.
Saw
Anyway,
some gold.
so I just feel like this movie didn't know what it was trying to be. Or at the very least, wanted to do too many things at once.
For me, this was a movie we saw many times. Like we said, Big Short, Wolf of Wall Street, and so on and so forth.
Probably more that we can't. Those are the two most recent. I just can't think of any more at the moment.
Not really saying that it was trying to, but it just happened. It happened to be like that.
Yeah.
It's a movie we've seen so many times already. It's just now this one's about prospecting, and golden economics and all that stuff. I think easily the most impressive things about this movie is some of the acting.
For sure. Matthew McConaughey, ever since his McConaissance, has been...
He's up there. And
fantastic. Hashtag McConaissance.
And definitely his best body transformation since Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
just in a different direction
Yeah.
instead of anorexia. Anyway, the acting was pretty good for the most part. The soundtrack I found myself enjoying a little more than I should at moments. But
It fit the time period very well.
it did. But other than that, I don't really have much to say about this movie.
Yeah. I had a problem with some of the cinematography.
Oh yes.
Whenever they were in Indonesia, specifically when they were in the mine in Indonesia, there were a lot of shots that were either like lit completely different from a reverse shot that was in the same exact scene. The shots didn't match as well as they should have, and there were some shots that were just out of focus in general.
There were.
So granted they were filming in the middle of the jungle, so that is forgivable, especially if it was raining, which I'm sure it was actually raining there. You gotta make some cuts, but it was distracting at times.
See, another point I had was in the beginning of the movie, the editing felt kind of poor, and then it got better throughout the rest of the movie, but that beginning of the movie, like, the editing was just killing me. Like, they'd cut off shots at a certain point too early or too late.
Yeah.
And that killed it too for me. Isn't a movie like I'd brag about to friends or family? Maybe Fat McConaughey. Just Fat McConaughey.
If you want to see Fat McConaughey in some tidy whities,
this is the movie for you.
Yeah.
And some money talk.
All right. You ready to rate?
I'm ready to rate.
All right. If you forget our rating system, right there. You got see it, rent it, stream it, skip it. For this one, like I said, it's not bad. It's just lackluster. I'm going to say stream it. Don't spend any money past, your monthly subscriptions to Netflix and Hulu and all that. But it's worth a watch if you got nothing else to watch.
For me, I'm also going to say stream it. Because it wasn't a terrible movie, it just wasn't good enough to go out and get on Redbox or anything like that. So definitely, what Mike said, stream it. You gotta, for the Fool's Gold. Well, if you want to watch Fool's Gold too, if you stream. Oh boy, thanks for watching. Right here is going to be our last week's review, which was for Split. Freaking Split, Mike. What? What's that?
What? Right here. Oh. This is our Thursday's review video, which was for Patterson. We went and saw Patterson, made a little review. Yeah. And right here.
It's going to be a subscribe button. Click on that and you're just going to subscribe to everything we do. Down below.
You're going to subscribe?
Subscribe. Down below that is a like and dislike button. And then below that is a comment section. Tell us what you thought of Gold if you saw it.